In today's video, I'm going to talk about how brands are actually able to scale past $1 to $2 million per month with a simple and scalable three-step creative strategy. I'm going to talk about step 1, step 2, step 3 in just a second. We actually use these strategies to scale our own clients. If you are new to the channel, my name is Brando. I actually actively work with 8 and 7-figure brands. This is just one of our own clients last month doing over $1 million per month in sales, as you can see over here. Now that we got the proof out of the way, let's just get right into the video and start with strategy number 1, or I guess step 1 of 3. Okay, so the first step, which is really important, is to study winning concepts within your same audience. Okay, I have a lot of people. I'm going to bring you through a couple things, so stick until the end. The third one is, I think, the one that makes the most, moves the needle forward, so stick until the end. But before we get into this, I just don't understand why people starting out or growing their business just need to reinvent the wheel every single week. There isn't, I don't think, it's not a smart way to go about growing your business. If there's other people that are selling to the same exact audience as yours, killing it already. So what we do that works very well for us is that we try to collect and put together winning and viral creative concepts, right? And then we model from the success and we understand why these work. And then, of course, when we go ahead and launch them into the ad account, assuming we, of course, replicate these exact same concepts, or at least the structure and skeleton of the concept, then we have a higher chance of actually hitting the ad. Now, keep in mind, one good thing to think about over here is that we don't need to reinvent the wheel, as I said. If there's other people actually scaling, what we can do is model and understand why those concepts are scaling. Now, it is important to note one thing. Let me just show you one quick tool that we use, which I want to talk about, which is called Minea. You probably maybe have heard about this, maybe not. It's a cool tool that allows you to basically, you can go in here and funnel hack companies. Now, I do also use a tool called Atria, which you probably have seen in my other videos before. Anyways, I have to log in. I'm not going to do it now. But basically, Atria is great. It allows you to funnel hack competitors, take a look at their landing pages. This is similar. The only major difference is that you can actually see comments, and I'm going to bring you through. Why that is important. First of all, and second of all, it's I'm just going to tell you now. It's important because you get to see the virality of it, the comments, the views, the shareability, right? All that stuff. Really, really important. So one thing that I did is that, let's just assume, I'm going to do a direct example so you understand what I mean by this strategy. Let's just assume we're selling shapewear, a brand similar to, this is something else. This is an 8-figure e-commerce shapewear company. So we can go in here and type in their website. Maybe we saw their ads. Maybe we saw it in Atria or another spy tool. Maybe we saw it over here. What I like about this tool is that it actually allows you to, have like weekly winners, market leaders, so you can understand. And of course, if you're selling fragrances, you can go here and say fragrances, painting, as you can see over here. So I want to do it for shapewear. I click on the I want to do more research specific to this brand. I go and click on their their section here, and as you can see, they have 7,000, 8,000 ads. Not all of them are active, of course. I believe they do have 500 or 600 active ads, which is a good indication that they're probably doing 8 figures a year. And so what you can do here is, first of all, take a look at all their ads. But then, of course, you can take a look and click on see all ads, and it brings you to a page that looks something like this, where we can actually see what's working for them. And as you can see over here, you can also filter by top 3 ads, 133,000 likes, 7.8 thousand comments, 113,000 likes, 21,000 comments. So one thing that we really want to do here, to go back to the concept that I was talking about over here, winning viral creative concepts, is that we can go back over here, right? And take a look at these ads and read all these comments. So this is an example of an ad. Let me just click through it. It has 18,000 likes, 1.3 thousand comments, and it has been published May 5th. So May, June, July, August. So basically 3 months. So if it's still active, it means that it's printing money. And it definitely printed money, because look at the amounts of shares and comments. So this is a good indication. So one thing that we do, and the first thing that we want to do, is actually click on the ad and see it. If the link brings you to the actual ad, it means that it's active. If it brings you to like an ads manager, basically like this, basically, if it's inactive, you're going to click on the link, and then it's going to bring you to the actual ads in the ads library, and it's just going to say inactive. But just for you to know how this works. So one thing that we want to do is actually just analyze the ad. So let me just bring you through this ad and the way that we analyze it very quickly. Volume. There we go.
They need to rename this the catfish bra because they do not normally look like this. There is no underwire with this. There is no like straps that are going to dig in.
So first of all, it's the hook, okay? The hook is very powerful. It's just like the effectiveness. First of all, like all of her breasts are like going all over the place, but it's probably resonating with women, as we can see on the comments, which is the next thing I want to do, because it's really resonating with them. And so this is a good hook because it shows the demo of the product.
They need to
if you can show, don't tell. It's always better with ads.
Name this the catfish bra because they do not normally look like this. There is no underwire with this. There is no like straps that are going to dig in. There is no bra under this. This is just the stretchy top. That's it. And look at the back. It's a full coverage back, so it's going to smooth everything out. But I'm going to tell you, don't get this unless you want them to literally sit like they are on a shelf. Like they are the pumpkins. They are going to be top shelf pumpkins after this top. These ones come in a multi-pack set. They have a whole bunch of different colors, and I'm wearing the size large, and I'm like a 36 triple D F, probably either F or greater at this point. So yeah, I like it a lot. Very comfy. I will put the link to them above my name.
So yeah, that is it. One other thing that we want to do, and then I'll get into the actual ad in just a second. But
there is no bra under this.
We like to do. Whoops, 1 second.
This is just...
There we go. So it's actually read through the comments. So it seems like they have 20,000 likes or, reactions, 1.3 thousand comments, 800 shares. And I like to read through the comments, not only to see the reaction of what people say about the ad, because we can also have negative reactions. I want to make sure they're positive. But what great way to also reason to actually go through the comments is because we want to see if we can find unique angles to approach this with. For example, this is just a random example that I found. If we go and type baby, it looks so much support for my baby. A's, that'd be flattered. I'm not sure what that means, but there's like a couple of comments regarding babies, and then other people saying, yeah, I was wondering the same thing, right? Ha ha ha, it's for babies as well. There's also others, as I was scrolling, that was talking about babies. So maybe then we can do a market research, and we can actually present, using the same structure of the video, doing an angle about babies, right? About mothers who are dealing with babies, and how this bra is also, not only it's a great bra, it looks amazing, it's also optimized for people that are doing breastfeeding, that have bigger breasts, and also it's maybe easier to take out the breast and feed the baby or whatever, basically what they were saying in the comments. So it's very important to do two things over here. First of all, understand the structure of the video, which leads me to my second thing that I want to talk about over here, is breaking down the winning concepts and understanding why it works, right? I'm going to go through this in just a second. Right, and then the second thing we want to do is read through the comments to do customer mining and understand what people are saying, thinking, and how are they reacting overall. Really, really important. On a side note, before I end this video, I am just about to launch a SaaS. It's actually for my own company, and so the idea is to have basically an AI creative strategist for you. The actual website where you can sign up for the waiting list is paid ads, or is it called paidads.pilot.ai. You can go here. There's a link down below. It's basically your AI creative strategist. There's a quick demo of how it works. You can sign up for the waiting list. But the overall idea here is that there's a research agent, a scripting agent, an asset agent, and a performance agent that analyzes your creatives, your ad account, and gives you basically it's looping, and there's a learning process by itself, where the research, scripting, and asset and performance agent just keep on improving over and over again. So there's a research, scripting, launch, analyze, refine kind of process, and there's so many other things within the software. If you are interested, there's a waiting list that you can join over here. So going back to strategy number 2, or step number 2 of 3, is break down winning ad concepts and understand why they work. And so one thing that my team does every now and then is, once we identify a winning concept that is just really going viral and really working well, we have the social proof, we have the views, right? We don't just want to see it in the ad account. We want to see how many views and shareability and comments the actual video has, so that we can prove it. And we want to make sure that it's still active, right? So that it's relevant right now. If you can find a concept that's relevant in the last 30, 60, 90 days, then it's probably going to still work today if you implement it in the right way. So we do B-roll shots. So what happens and when, in what second? What is the structure of the ad? Hook. What happens after the hook? There's a relatable point. This is like a structure of another ad. So just take it as an example. It's a Dr. Squatch brand, so they're selling deodorant, another brand. But we could do the same exact thing with the ad that I just showed you over here, right? We want to, one thing, for example, that I noticed, to be able to replicate this ad, you want it to be very, very organic, Number one, we don't want like super weird editings. It doesn't need to look like an ad. It just needs to look like something like a person, a customer sharing their experience. And then I also noticed that the hook is silent, right? If we can put onto a list and into something like this, so that we fully understand what actually makes the ad, then there's a higher chance that we can achieve this, right? This scenario over here where we study the winning concepts, right? We model from the winners specifically on proven concepts that are working right now for brands that are selling to our similar audience, right? We don't want to do audiences that are different, right? Similar audience, similar avatar. Then there's a much higher likelihood that we can actually crack the code with finding something that works, okay? So this is how we do it and how we handle it. Not even to mention, if we take a look at the other ads that this brand is launching or kind of, launching pretty much, these top 3 ads, I don't think this is active because it was launched, let me take a look, in October like 2023. But there was this, it's like a very similar video. Let me take a look at this one already, 88,000 likes. Launched still December 23. We can also take a look at other ads. You can filter by creation date, you can filter by comments, you can filter by shares. So this is why I also like this tool. You see 113, 2023. Let's filter by date and see what happens if we filter by, creation date. Running time, creation date, 2025, you see. This is 2425 ad, just 200 likes. This has also a good amount of likes, so probably it's running and it's profitable. This has an insane amount, 7.6 thousand likes. Maybe not to the level that we saw before, but we can basically apply multiple filters. If you notice, this is probably going to be the same type of raw ad. Let's take a look.
Ooh, that's bad. Bro,
One
this
sec.
is not gonna happen.
World's tightest britches on me, size 31. I'm not a size 31.
To be clear, I told you that these don't actually fit me, right? Look at that bulge. Look at this. I don't have high hopes. Can this go away with the shape?
So this is another type of product, right? And you can do the same exact thing, but what we are noticing overall is the commonality of like maybe, very raw and authentic ads showcasing specific pain points. For example, before in the other ad, they were talking about not having metal strips. In this ad, they're talking about just literally the hook is covering their belly fat. And this is also another, just to take a look at commonalities, this was a winning ad that they were doing. Look, ideally, you actually model, this is a 2023 ad, ideally you model a creative concept that is working in the last like 90 days or at least within the same, I would say like 90 days ideally, but this is a perfect example of a great ad. Let me just show you.
Oh, you know I had to get it. I've actually tried.
So basically the hook is like this black woman reacting to somebody just losing all of their fat around them.
Skims before and I didn't love it. I'm gonna try with these 2 pair of pants that are pretty tight on me and then this skirt that is literally the tightest thing I own, so I have very little hopes that I can actually wear it, but we're gonna find out. Okay, as you can see, this one's very tight. The blow.
You see, she's touching based on the right things. I had this, I'm gonna do a demo. I'm hoping that this is, it's actually gonna fit me because these are the tightest ones I have, right? Like, such a powerful thing. Then she does demo representations, like how she looks now.
Loading's very bad and I'm getting like this situation when I bend over. Same with this one, not as tight, but I'm still getting this when I bend over and the pooch is just not giving. Like, this one is just an absolute disaster. It's giving Pillsbury biscuits busting out the can. Like, this is unacceptable. Absolutely not. Definitely goes on a lot easier than I thought. Okay, this is actually very comfortable. It's definitely sucking me in a lot. Like, I can feel it. But we're gonna see what happens when I zip.
Now this is where it gets also a bit funnier. Like the result.
I know you're fucking lying. Hold on. Where's the rollover, bitch? No, like, this is actually scary. Holy shit. I could fit my fucking arm in here. What the fuck? No, they fucking got me.
Like you get the type of the video. So we're understanding commonalities, and this is pretty much the strategy. It's very, very simple, but it's very, very practical. So step 1, go and analyze your best competitors. Could be direct, could be also indirect. The most important thing is that you're sharing the same audience with them. Okay, in this case, people that maybe want to lose either weight, or the people not necessarily that want to lose weight, but they have like weight issues and they're a bit overweight and they just want to look slim, right? That's the audience, right? And so of course there's multiple products that you can sell to that audience. The most important thing is the audience. Then go in and take a look at their winning ads and what's working for them, especially in the last 90 days. Make sure they are active, like we're doing over here, this kind of like research, right? take a look at all these ads, and then understand why they work and break them down like scientifically like we do over here. And then step number 3 is scale the winning concepts with existing or new angles and avatars. So once you understand and collect all these winning concepts in the last 90 days, you have 3 choices. You can use your existing winning avatars and angles. So you get the concept and then you kind of replace captions or in however way you wish and want with your existing winning angle or avatar. So if your avatar is one and it resonates with the one that it could be a different avatar, but if it resonates with the creative concept that it's going viral, then use your existing avatar. Then you can use the same avatar as the one that was presented in the creative concept, because maybe you just want to copy and paste it in terms of the concept and the skeleton of the concept. Or then you can also just keep the same creative concept, ideation, in this case the organic, the raw, touching base on particular pain points throughout the video, but you use it with like different avatars and maybe with a different angle, right? And so you can't always do all 3, so that's where you're a bit limited based on what what creative concepts you collect. But long story short, the strategy is simple, okay? You have to understand that if you go ahead and take a look at what's working in the market, you're going to have a higher chance of success if you get that creative concept, you break it down, and you understand why it's working, and then you can utilize that to your advantage. Is it going to work every single time? Meaning that if you get this creative concept and you replicate it for yourself, maybe with a different creator, is it going to work for you? Nothing is guaranteed, absolutely not. But are you going to have a higher chance of succeeding? Yes. Is it going to help you get momentum? Yes. Is this a great way to iterate on existing winning angles that you have, meaning same angle, viral creative concept? Yes. This is what I call the 80% of what you should focus on. 80% of your business should be scaling with creative concepts, with new creative ideas, and then 20% should be doing complete different and new things that maybe nothing has ever proven in the market yet, going after new country, going after a new angle, going after a new avatar. That's the 20%, but it's very risky. So the other 80% needs to be based on proven frameworks. That is it for this video. Let me know if this was valuable. If you are a brand doing at least $100,000 a month and you want to explore the opportunity of working with us as growth partners, you can do so by clicking the link down below. I think it's the first. You're probably going to speak with me or one of my team members, and together we can dissect what you're doing with your ads, your funnels, and see if there's an opportunity to work together as growth partners. That is it for this video, and see you in the next one.